Welcome back to our geometry classroom. This time we'll talk about parallel lines cut by a transversal. We introduced some basic notions regarding parallel lines cut by transversal. For this lesson, our objective is to define the transversal and identify the angles for associated with transversal that cuts a pair of parallel lines. Yeah? Good. First, let's define what is a transversal. Yeah? A transversal, yeah, is a line or a line segment or even a ray, yeah, that intersect, yeah, two or more lines, yeah, at different points. For example, line AB, yeah, is transversal. Why? Because cut these two parallel lines, yeah, into two different points. Yeah? So, don't forget, a transversal is a line or line segment or array that cut two lines in two different points. Good. Next. Now, the lines that are cut by transversal may or may not be parallel. Yeah? But in our lesson, we'll focus on a particular case of a transversal that cut two parallel lines. Yeah? Good. Next, when two lines are cut by a transversal, yeah, these two lines divide the plane into basically three regions. Yeah? The upper exterior, the lower exterior, and interior. So, both exteriors are, why we call them exteriors? Because they are outside the lines. And the region between parallel lines is called interior. Why? Because it's between parallel lines. Good. Now, when a transversal intersects two lines, basically, let's say 5 types of angles are formed. First type is called corresponding angles. Next type is called alternate. Next type is, the third type is same side angles or consecutive angles. Fourth type is vertical angles. I hope you remember about vertical angles. We should be familiar with this term. Yeah? And the fifth type is linear pair. Also, we should be familiar with linear pairs. Yeah? Linear pairs are two angles, yeah, that add up 180, yeah, or form a line. That's why we call them linear angles. Good. Now, but in the same time, these types of angle that I mentioned are divided into exterior or interior depending on their position. If they are outside the parallel lines, we call them exterior. If they are inside the parallel lines, we call them interior. Good. Now, let's talk about each type of angles. First type, corresponding angles. Yeah? So, are two angles that are in the same Location. What does same location mean? Means they are on the same side of the transversal. As you can see, they are on the same side, yeah? In this case, particular case, they are both on the left side of the transversal, yeah? And both are above the parallel lines, yeah? So, same location. Another type of corresponding angles are these two angles. As we can see, these two angles are in the same location, yeah, as the previous pair. Good. Let's talk about alternate angles. And in this case, we have two types of alternate. Alternate interior, in this slide, and the next slide, alternate exterior. Why we call them alternate and why interior? So, two angles that lie between the two lines, yeah, on opposite sides of the transversal are called alternate. And alternate interior, yeah? Why? Because they are inside the parallel lines. So, examples are angles 5 and 6, yeah? Look, as you can see, these two angles are alternate interior. Why? Because both are inside the parallel line, but they are on opposite sides of the transversal. 5 is on the left side, 6 is on the right side. Other type of alternate interiors are angles 7 and 8. Again, as you can see, 8 and 7 again are inside the parallel lines, but on opposite side of the transverse. Good. Another type of angles, as I said, are alternate exterior angles. So, alternate means opposite side of the transversal, but this time they are located outside the parallel lines, exterior, right? So, for example, here, angles 2 and angle 7, yeah, are alternate exterior. Then angles 8 and angle 1. Again, they are alternate interior, right? So, 2 and 7 are exterior to the parallel lines, but they are on opposite sides of the transversal. And 1 and 8 are the same. Good. Next. Another type of angles are, let's say, vertical angles. We should be familiar with vertical angles. So, vertical angles are angles opposite each other when two lines cross, yeah? So, angles that share a common vertex and their sides are opposite are called vertical, yeah? For example, here, these two angles, right, are opposite, yeah? Also, these two angles are opposite. Yeah? As you can see, they share a common vertex, but their sides are opposite. Good? Another type of angles are linear pairs. Remember, linear pairs are angles that are adjacent and they are formed when two lines intersecting. Yeah? And they are supplementary. Yeah? So we can say angles 1 and let's say angle 2. Sorry, but doesn't work. Yeah? Angles 1 and angle 2 are linear pair. Yeah? Because they form a line. Yeah? In the other example, yeah, 3 and 4 are also linear pair, right? Or 5 and 6, or 8 and 7, or 6 and 7, 5 and 8, 2 and 3. All these pairs are linear pair. Good. Another type of angles formed by a transversal and parallel lines are consecutive interior angles. Guys, I wouldn't suggest to use this name. I would use another name that is less confusing for you. I would say instead of consecutive, same side interior. As the name suggests, yeah, same side interior angles are angles that are located on the same side of the transversal and are inside the parallel line. Yeah? So, we can say angles 4 and 6 are same side interior. As you can see, they are on the same side of the transversal. Both are on the left side, and they are inside between parallel lines. Another pair of consecutive or same side interior are angles 3 and 5. Yeah? Good. The last type of angles formed by two parallel lines cut by a transversal are same side exterior. Yeah? Same side exterior angles lie on the same side of the transversal, yeah, and are outside the lines. For example, 1 and 8 are same side exterior. As you can see, 1 and 8 are both on the left side of the transversal, but they lie outside the parallel lines. Yeah? So we can say angle 1 and 8, yeah, are same side exterior, or angle 2 and 7 are same side exterior. Now, let me give you a hint, yeah, that is helpful for you, yeah? How you can identify the right pair of angles, yeah? First, you identify the transversal. Yes? Remember, a transversal is a line that cut two other lines in two different points, like here, right? So, in this case, this is the transversal. Then, you look at the position or the location of the angles, yeah, that you consider. Now, if the angles are outside the parallel lines, they are exterior. If they are located inside or between the parallel lines, they are called interior. Then you look at the position of the angles related to the transversal. If the angles are on opposite side of the transversal, they are called alternate. If they are on the same side of the transversal, they are called same side, with one exception for corresponding angles. Yeah? So, this being said, that is all we have for this lesson. We'll go back soon with applications. For now, have a nice day and see you soon.